Hey, TikTok. What's up, guys? We got to talk about flight paths, all right, flight routes, and pertaining to being on a globe or a level plane, a flat Earth, okay, and how when it comes to most flight routes or a lot of northern to northern locations, the globe and the flat Earth are similar. Very, not too many problems, not too many objections. But it's that tricky southern to southern, that south to south location where things should be very simple. Little connection from South America to Africa, whatever it is, should be very simple. Australia to South America, these should be very simple, quick flights, cheap. They're not. You'll find out that is completely not true. Now, I got a book behind me called 16 Emergency Landings Proving Flat Earth, okay? Which, if I'm not mistaken, that's up a couple. That's either 18 or 19, I think, now, emergency landings, okay? Nonetheless, they prove that we are not on a globe, okay? Whether it be pregnancy, heart attack, stroke, whatever the case may be, the plane's got to stop. So the scheduled flight is interrupted, and they will make, one is they're coming from Tokyo, they're coming from Japan, they're going to Los Angeles, and they stop at Alaska. They go way up to Alaska, and you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's closer to just finish your trip. Why would you go a longer distance to stop for an emergency? That makes no sense. Until you apply a Gleason's map and you find out it's a straight line and Alaska is completely on the way, it makes perfect sense. Now, I want to show you at least one of these. I'm not going to get into all 16, okay? Go get the book, go do some research. But I do want to show one, just to give a nice example. Yeah, so here, all right, on this example, we got a guy going from Sydney, Australia, trying to get to Rio de Janeiro, South America. And for some odd reason, they go all the way up to Los Angeles. That why? That makes no. Why would you go almost, wow, you're going almost twice your distance when you just make a nice little trip right here on the bottom of a ball. Should be very simple, right? Wrong! It's not what happens. But you know what? When you go to a flat Earth map right here, it makes perfect sense on a Gleason's map. It's a straight line. I'm telling you right now, again, it gets overlooked a lot because a lot of northern to north locations, it's no issue. There's no problem. You wouldn't really recognize, you wouldn't see too many discrepancies or anything like that. The southern to southern flight gets a little dicey, okay? And there's multiple flight routes that could go, across Antarctica, but we got to save the penguins. We don't want polluted ice caps. We just want nice, bright white ice. Real important. Makes no sense, dude. Until you start to realize again that it's just nonsense. It's a cover-up, and it's because you can't do that flight. Check into it.
I'm not rushing to believe this CGI disaster piece, and you're peeing on my boots and telling me it's raining if you want me to believe this. The point is, there are a lot of photos of Earth from space from all these other agencies, but there's no consistency. Each and every one looks different. I'd say our very own NASA is the best at faking it, but even them make major mistakes like copy and pasting cloud formations on the same picture. Not a good look. I'll tell you what, why don't you just go and Google photos of Earth from space and you look at the inconsistencies. Not only do they obviously look like CGI, but you'll see those copied clouds and you'll see different sized continents. Like America will be a quarter of the size of the whole globe in one picture and then the regular size in another. And it's just ridiculous to me. And it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't manipulate the caption and make you think that this was real. But even if you put the shape of the Earth to the side and just learn how to agree on one thing, you're not stupid. Nobody is. You can tell that this stuff, there's content creators out there that are catching fails that you cannot deny. You can see harnesses, you can see wires, you can see green screen fails, augmented reality fails. And I think the best one that I've seen was on national news. This reporter, she's like, okay, we're going to cut to the International Space Station. So they cut the camera, right? And the feed goes to the wrong camera in a Hollywood studio. And it cuts to these two crew members, these two prop guys, and they're messing with this space piece of equipment prop. And then there's this full-size, painted planet over here to the side. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, that's not how live stream works. So you've got your streamer's code, your streaming code, right? And from that streaming code, you can have hardware connected to your laptop, computer, whatever else. And then from that box, you're going to have your hardwires going to your different cameras. And yeah, you can switch to different cameras. But the thing is if their stream is being hosted at the space station, then any other camera that they could accidentally cut to would be on the space station. It wouldn't be ground control to Major Tom. Like, that's not how it works. So that news fail, I realized in that moment, they are purposefully trying to deceive us. They were purposefully making something up. You know, and some could say, well, maybe they were just doing it for a story. But think about all the other stuff that we're told. We were so young, you know, we were kids, and we got so used to believing the unbelievable things that now when we hear anything from a space agency, yeah, you can guarantee it's one of those things that's unbelievable. You're just like, oh, whoa, you know, and then you feel smart because you know that now. You know what I mean? But the thing is just like this diagram above me, this core here is 9,000 degrees, this middle part is 6,000 degrees, and this part is 1,800 degrees. I mean, this much heat with this little bitty layer here of, come on, downsize this to about the size of a baseball, and you'll have like a wet paper bag over a molten steel ball of metal. And how quick would that evaporate? I really honestly believe that if they want us to believe this, that this much heat has just this over top of it, our oceans would be at a constant boil. We would not be able to exist here if that much heat was beneath our feet. We would be so hot. And then the sun coming from the other, come on. This would be a freaking boiling hot planet at all times.
Quick thought. This is the kind of stuff I be wanting everybody just to be mindful of and to pay attention to. My quick thoughts are quick thoughts because our attention span is so short. But if we just stop for a second and all look up in the sky, we'll see a life contradiction. The sun is right there. It's 8 in the morning, right? The moon is right there. And it's 8 in the morning, right? And no one's gonna question that. Sunrise, sunset, no one's gonna question any of this stuff that's going on. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm not one of those conspiracy dudes and all that. I don't care about that. I care about truth. I care about being an open-minded thinker. And I know that that sun and that moon should not be here at the same time looking me in my eye.
What up, fam? This is important. Alright, so we have anti-flat earthers and then we have globers. An anti-flat earther is effectively just a clown. That's all it is, okay? They're clowns. This is just a better picture since it's sitting on its little blue ball. But you might ask, what is an anti-flat earther? This is somebody who is so far into the deception and indoctrination that they can't admit the truth. It would completely destroy their ego to ever admit that they were wrong. These are people like Micktoon, Globey, Globeman, Fight the Flat Earth. These are anti-flat earthers, okay? And then we have something called globers. We were once there when we were questioning the model. These are people that are unsure. They're just asking questions, okay? Maybe they're new to flat earth and they're not fully there yet, but they're just unsure. These are the people that we want to spend our time with, that we can actually educate, answer questions, okay? Because think about it. All these anti-flat earthers legit have nothing without us. They don't have anything without us. They need us. So if we don't associate with them and we only associate with globers or people that are new, that actually want to learn and understand, that's going to be a game changer. So do with that what you will, but there's anti-flat earthers and there's globers. Make sure you know the difference and don't spend too much time on the remedial side of anti-flat earthers, okay? Because I even find myself doing that and I need to stop because they're clowns and that's all there is to it.
This is the map of the flat earth. Here is the symbol of the United Nations. Here we have the symbol of the International Civil Aviation Organization. This is the symbol of the International Maritime Organization. And this is the symbol of the World Meteorologic Organization. Truth is plain sight, the earth is flat.
Every picture of the earth is CGI. This was the owner of NASA, Werner Von Braun, and on his grave he has Psalms 19:1, which is a Bible verse. The Bible verse is, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Why would the owner of NASA have this on his grave? Alongside of that, NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, beguiled. On top of that, look at what happens when I type in flat earth backwards into Google. NASA is the first one that comes up.
First of all, we have the theory of gravity. Gravity keeps you on this floor. Gravity attracts everything around its vicinity to create gravity around the Earth. Or, as we say in our astronomy courses, when we teach our kids, gravity sucks. Gravity sucks evenly. It pulls everything to the center. But then Einstein gave us a different picture. Gravity doesn't suck at all. We tell our students, we lied to you. Gravity does not pull you to the floor. Space pushes you down. Why are you sitting in your chair today? Does gravity pull you to the floor? No. There is no such thing as gravitational pull. We lied to you. The space around you is warped, and space itself is pushing you down into your chair, and that's why you're sitting in your chair today.
Why are you sitting in your chair today? Does gravity pull you to the floor? No. There is no such thing as gravitational pull. We lied to you.